everyone. Hi, everyone. Peace and love. Peace, blessings, greetings. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you at. My name is Queen. I'm greeting you from wherever you are, all over. I just want to share a few words of what's on my heart. I'm alive and well. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I want to give thanks to the Lord for your protection on every side, from protecting me and my collectives, from evil spirits and evil thoughts, evil people and evil vibrations on all sides, or evil eyes go blind, or evil ears go deaf. Return to sender from any harm that's trying to come against me or my family or my loved ones and the collectives out there. Ashe. Okay. I just want to give peace and love to my loved ones, and the title of this is called Freedom. To be able to have free will, free free speech, our amendments, and things like that to help us to live a decent life to the best of our ability. So here I go. I'm single. I'm alive through all adversities and trials and tribulations that I've been through. And how I get through it? Prayer and faith. So when people say pray and meditate, or whatever religion you in, I believe my religion is life. Life is how you live, what you believe. I believe faith, fairness, honesty, loyalty, being a good friend, showing up when you need to, answering the call when God called you, and being held accountable for your wrongs. If you made any mistakes in your past, anybody you wrong, correct them. Apologize if you can for those that's still here, and if you could reach them or not. If not, then the best thing to do is to send it up in prayer, to ask for forgiveness and to close doors from your past life. So I wasn't always this way. I wasn't always patient, but I was always kind. I had a good spirit. I don't think about hurting nobody. I never misled or tried to take away from someone or use jealousy or to be envy of anybody. But whatever those ways that I did have, I don't have them no longer. So I'm not the same. So when you change and you become a better version of yourself, a smarter version, a person that think outside of the box, not just what we was taught, not just what we learned in school or at home, but can you teach yourself to be able to heal? These are some things that parents and our loved ones can't do. They can support us. Yeah, we can get support gladly. We can have support from every side, but you still got to do the work. A lot of people don't want to do the work. Why? I don't know. There's no more better pleasure than to work on yourself. Why? Because you can. That's the only thing we really have control over, is to work on yourself, to look back over your own life. You your own author. You your own everything. You are the actor. You are your own whatever it is that you want to be in your life. You are that. You don't have to have much. You don't have to have everything, but you need to have everything you need inside you and bring that out to the forefront. We could go to school. You can get all the degrees you want. You can get all the accolades. You can have all these things. And we say, well, I want to follow tradition of my father or my mom or whatever. This one was a singer. I want to be a singer. Or it runs in the family. Or this one, to follow a tradition or a trend. Well, the Lord made us to be individuals for a reason. so we could showcase all our talents in different ways of why we was made. Whatever you do, do it with a purpose. You should have a purpose and an intent, a good intent. If your spirit is right, your conscience is clean, your hands is clean, you don't have anything on your hands, you didn't murder or hurt anyone, you didn't harm anyone, you didn't wish anything on anybody, you don't return evilness for wickedness, for more wicked, is what I'm saying. So to be able to do that and to live this life and to stay focused on yourself, and if you do have a calling, and to be able to answer your call, to stay focused on whatever it is that you're supposed to do, as well as everything that's going on in the world, and your personal life, your private life, and your social life. So whatever those things is going on, and you say, well, how am I focused when there's so many distractions in the world? I don't know, but I know for me, to stay focused on me, there's a lot of things that was going to be going on. There's a lot of things that's going to come to you. To me, in my case, I have all kinds of things that come to me that I shouldn't be here, but I am. So who do we give thanks and praises to? To the Most High. There's eyes all over the skies, and it's so many of us that we all are creators, those that put our mind to be able to be creative. That's in whatever it is that we want to do, whether it's from the time we get up, whether it's to go shopping or whatever it is. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm better than where I used to be, and I'm far more stronger and smarter than where I came from. So adversities and situations and hardship, I look at life as a challenge. Life is going to challenge us. It's going to come. So when it comes, do we really need to figure it out? Sorry. Do you need to figure out what's going on? No, you don't, because it's going to come. How does that look so bad? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm straight now. Yeah, so I was saying that situations is going to come. Life is going to present itself. We don't have to go and rush and try to figure it out. It's going to happen. As it happened or whatever it is that we need, you're going to have someone to give us directions. Somebody going to give you some type of sort or whatever it is that we need to know information, or maybe we need to call somebody, go down a block, make a go down 2 blocks, make a left or a right turn. Whatever the case is, what I'm saying is you'll find out what you need to do as you approach. So why worry? If it wasn't for the Lord, from I'm not a fearful person that's usually scared of taking chances or doing something new. You never know how much we are or how much we're capable of if we don't challenge ourselves. Because life going to challenge you anyway. So why not? Just these are the things that if it could be helpful, this is what I use. If I can do 2 things, the world is a very vast place, right? 3 things: don't hurt nobody. If I could live this life without hurting no one or taking advantage of anybody just to get to where I want to go, your principles, your morals, and integrity, and leave your ego and pride out the way. Those 2 things will take us down faster than when we can open our eyes. They make us miss a lot of things. All the good things that life could offer, your pride and ego will get in the way, and it will cause a disaster because your pride is what you think about your reputation and who you know and what people know about you and what you told people about you. Your ego. You know who I am? That's all of that. And all of those things go against with your morals. It can damage a lot of things. because it'll make us miss good blessings in people. And some of them is very small, but they big. And we look at people that look at what they got, or you can't supersize me, or you don't have this. And what I'm saying is, we have, when we start looking down or looking outside ourselves and judging, we should not judge each other. This life is hard enough. It judges all of us, and it's not fair. So who do you need to be fair to? Yourself. If everybody else, if everything is not going to be fair, the most thing you should be is fair to yourself. Be honest to yourself. Even when we got our own flaws, even when we know we could do better, but we not, or whatever, be honest with yourself and others. Because even if we could lie to other people and say, well, I wouldn't lie to myself. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you do. Because people believe in their own lies to the point where they believe that it's a fact, even if it's taking them the wrong way. When you live an honest life, that don't mean you don't have problems. Don't mean you don't have situations. It don't mean a lot of things. It means that you're human, having a human life experience, that which comes along with feelings, touch, our emotions, all those things that we was given is what we supposed to have, but we supposed to be able to control them. I think about not letting a lot of things get to me if it's not worth my time, or if it's not to a magnitude where I have to be assertive or be, use discipline and have boundaries. It took me some time. I had a special type of teacher that come in my life that the Lord allowed for such a time. To be able to teach, you need to have boundaries because people don't respect them. And that's what also give us freedom. Having boundaries, having a line that a person can't cross, is certain things, and meeting a person in the middle and then going the rest of the way. If they can't do that, then you don't need them. So I'm gonna say this, even though I'm talking about freedom, but freedom goes in every category. If that depends on how you want to use it. Wherever you want to put the slices at, dice them, and wherever you see fit, you can do it. It's your life, it's your choice. Be careful how we do. The Lord is watching us, how we treat each other and how we live down here. The things that we put ourselves in and the things that's offered to us don't mean we have to partake in everything that is presented to us, and especially when it comes to greed. Being greedy, having more or wanting more than what you already have. Looking outside of what you already had, not looking from where you came from what you already have, what you came from, what you didn't have, and how much you accumulate. Now you can look at the things that you bought. You can look at how long you worked on a job, how much money you made, how much items you was able to buy in your home, how well you did in school, how many grades you got, or if you was an A student, whatever it is that you want to congratulate yourself on. I'm not saying we shouldn't. What I'm saying is, why stop there? That's all I'm saying. Why stop there? Their education is not the only education that is in the world, and it's not the only world. Is other things. When you expand your mind, there's other things that we can see, is other experience that we can have that is otherworldly. For us chosens, is our time, because it's a time for our spiritual awakening. That's what it is. It's in the spiritual awakening, to get in touch with your real self, your authentic self, the person that you was before the life of the world took over on you and gave you an impression on what you should be and what you can be, other than what you was born to be and what you was meant to be. You see? That's something different. That's something that this world cannot give us. And when we start thinking about, let me look at myself as a spiritual being, that's when you come into your righteous self. That's all it is. And people have a discrepancy about spiritual, your spiritual self, or a religion. Whatever your faith is, it could be Christian, whatever it is, that's different from our spiritual self. Well, for people that read holy scriptures or any type of biblical books, whichever way you want to go, our self is the Bible just talked about our genealogy, who we are and our makeup. Yes, it has people and things and immorality and things that happen, incest, all kinds of sacrifices and things like that, that you have to sacrifice animals. We got to do a lot of things. So it tell you all the things that it does perform rituals. So when people think that this is not something new, this is of old. But if we had the same power that they have, but we have it naturally for the chosen. We don't have to go out and go to the graveyard and get sand and dirt and do all kinds of things when you just have what you have naturally, because you went through the process of life called getting through some things. So we have to learn how to get through jealousy. You have to learn to envy, murder, strife, all these things that we see, all this corruption that we see. Can you see where you can be a difference at? Can you see in your own personal life when you walk in the street, the people you know, your neighbors, can you be an addition of a difference of the opposite of what we see in this world? That's what this is. And out of your family. Now, you can't do nothing about the whole world, but you could do something individually. How you treat people, how you inspire. If you're a person that can touch someone and change their life and lift someone and make somebody else's heart the lighter or make it brighter, and they can remember you. That's something that money can't buy. Now, people think that there's people that know me, there's some that would say, oh, you don't like money. How can I not like money? It's not about whether I like it or not. It's a necessity. It's something that's needed. But because it's needed, I'm not willing to do anything strange for it. I'm not willing to hurt nobody for it. I'm not willing to take anybody down for it. I'm not willing to sell nobody out and step on somebody's neck. That's just not what kind of queen I am. That's just not me. I don't have to do those things. When you could do something naturally and you want to challenge your own self, I'm taking account for myself. I'm my own ship, I'm my own car, whatever it is, how you want to call yourself. You could be whatever it is that you want to be. If you could change something and be able to heal yourself, things that we don't get credit for, of sticking, filling in, or filling in the gaps when it's needed, being a person that's there for your friends and family. You show up. You're a stand-up kind of woman or man, a divine feminine or a divine masculine, or you're just a being that believe just living a conscious and right life, because you want good things to come back to you. This life, whatever we put out, listen carefully, whatever we put out, whatever energy we put out, that's what you get back. So if you put out negativity, expect it to come back. Expect it, because it's going to give you whatever your signature is. It's not going to take account for nobody else. It knows everybody individually signature ingredient from your own, from whatever your inner spirit is. That's what it generates, and it's going to compute whatever it is that you put out. Now we could get all these things when the Lord asks, what have, when you call and you say, oh Lord, are you pleased with me? Oh Lord, can you answer my prayers? I answer you. What do you want answered? What did you do? Oh, I just want a fabulous life. I want peace in my life. I want joy because I did all these things. I raised my kids. I was good to my parents. I served in a war, or whatever it is that you want to say you did. If none of these things that we did in this lifetime, and the Lord asks us, what did we do? And we asking questions of why our life happened or why certain things not answered. Or why certain things, or why certain information wasn't given to us at an earlier time. I think we can answer our own questions, some of them. If we think about where your mind was at the time and age, whatever age you want to use to go back on, and you want to reflect, you can. And then you could think about if you was ready, where was your mind at? I know when I was 14, 15, I would not have interpreted the information that I'm getting to survive this far. The things that I had to go through, the pains and hurts and joys and people leaving, your loved ones, all the ones that you love, the ones that was there for you, those ones is gone. And then you left with mediocre. These people would never measure up to the ones that's gone. So what happens? We could cry over the ones that we missed because we had a good bond and the times we used to call and talk on the phone. And we'll miss those times. And those are the times that can make us sad or depressed. For me, I chose not to use any of those. I don't use anything that I feel that could make me sad or put me in a state where I'm going to be depressed, because I don't know how long that's going to last. So I had a choice. Not saying I never experienced it, but because I did at 16, between 15 and 16 years old, I'll say between 16 and 17, whatever the age is, that's when I had my first child. But when I'm saying I experienced that, I don't know how long it was. I don't know if it was a year. Maybe I'll give it about that much. But because I experienced it, you get to say what you want to experience in your life. You could, an emotion, a feeling, or a situation. I don't know for everybody, but I know I'm just saying if it works for you, then you can use it. I don't use anything that can make me weak. If you did a good deed and you put in the time and you did what you were supposed to do for the time you were supposed to do it for whatever individual and whatever your assignment was, and you did your assignment. Your assignment, whatever it is, taking care of loved one, being a caregiver, a caretaker, whatever it is, do it to the best of your ability. And if you just won, then you just won. You the best one. If the Most High send us in our families or whatever it is, and you get the most responsibility, and most things come to you, you got other people there, but they not willing to. They just not equipped it for the task that you equipped it with. So then whatever it is that the Lord put, instead of saying, why me, Lord, I can't do that, oh, that's too hard, why would you think the Lord will put something on someone? Do you know that that's the Almighty, all-knowing, all-powerful? If it gave you something, then it knows something about you. Why don't you just take it like that and say, and Lord, if you entrusted me with such an assignment, or this is what I got on hand, this is my task, then surely I got to give you thanks, because only you can see that it's not going to give us more than what we can handle, is what I'm saying. So whatever you can handle, even if you don't know what you can handle, but you got to trust that it's a power that's backing you, that's saying, just walk and I'll carry you. If you take one step, put one foot in front of the other, why wouldn't I make sure? Why wouldn't the Lord make sure that his covering for the ones that he put an assignment on, and he gave it to us and we said yes, and we rise to the occasion? You think that the Lord would not cover his children? Why wouldn't you think and not prepare us for whatever it is that we being prepared for? Life is going to test us to see if we durable. To be on the Most High side, you cannot be scared. You cannot be a liar. You can't have fear. I'm saying you can't have fear to not to do whatever it is you need to do. Whatever your fear is, walk through it. Still do it. Challenge it. Still figure it out on what I'm saying. Life is about figuring things out. It's about adding, subtraction, and dividing. Some people's going to be divided because we're going to have some that understand that it's family, friends, and all those things. Some of those things need to get broken off. If the calling is for your life, and whatever it is that the Most High put on us, sometimes everybody can't go. They're not strong enough, and they're not willing to do the work, or they haven't did the work for themselves. They have not analyzed the corrections that they need to make to let go of some of these things, worldly possession, anything that the enemy can grab hold of, over, or in, or into in, which is your own spirit. So if your spirit is on low frequency, which we'll call low vibration, low vibrational is where it's toxic. got to have some type of mischief. Somebody got to have some type of fight, some flare up, some type, or some men like crazy women, and some men like some men like crazy women on opposite sides. They like the bad boys, like the bad girls, or whatever. So whatever you do, life is getting it's much more strange than it used to, because now it's coming to the forefront what we actually are living in. What days are we in? What times are we in? And if you take yourself for granted, you can lose. You can lose yourself. Because the first thing that we was told to go outside yourself, go seek God. Look and you shall find. That's wrong. I don't know what God would tell us that, because the God of this world came to destroy, to lie, and to take away, to be a great deceiver. And they got schools to teach them how to be a great deceiver. You know where they send those great deceivers at? To your schools, where we put our children at. They put them in the office, in high places, the police department. They put them in the hospitals where we take our kids to go get their checkups. Why do we trust these people? They told us they wasn't good to trust. We came to steal, kill, destroy. Where would they hide these people at if they hide in their plain sight and high places? Do it mean that the places got to be a high, tall building? No, it means they positions, what they sit on, what they able to fire and take away, what lives they can't destroy. They sit in those seats, or they bump elbows or call people that they can get in touch with, because they got people in high places that can move things around for the right piece of money. So you need to think about, are you for sale or are you not? There's certain things you can't get through, no matter how much money you got, no matter how many people you know, no matter how much riches you have. You can have all the things, you can have all the best friends you want to have. You can have all these things, but if it wasn't given from the Most High and you don't have protection, you can have all those things. For me, I'd rather be with a protected person that got protection, that got God's grace, got favor, got blessings on their life. Because wherever that person go, that's where the favor go. But guess what? That favor could come to you also, if you know that you favor for that one. If you die from this world, let me tell you, it's not just a physical death where you actually have to go in the grave, but you should want to be reborn. Every time we always get reborn. Let me slow down so you can hear my words correctly. Every time we have a growth spurt, or we, not our age, not once a year, like the holidays. Every time you learn something and you mature and you change from your old version of your old self into a newer version of yourself, the old part of you died. Now you get to take account how many times you died and was reborn in this life. To be able to touch or to heal, I learned how to heal myself by looking at situations or pain. If I caused it, then can I correct it to make it better and to learn from my mistakes, to not do certain things again if it was to hurt somebody's feelings. But if I hurt your feelings, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings just to hurt them. But if I hurt your feelings, am I hurting your feelings because I'm telling you the truth? Because sometimes the truth can hurt. Or am I hurting your feelings because I'm different from you? Because we all are different in our own ways. But if you can learn something from someone, then learn. Let it teach you to be a better you. Not for you, not for us. We shouldn't look at each other to take something or to want something that is divinely given. All of us is divinely given a life for a purpose. Now, whether we know what our purpose is or not, doesn't mean that we don't have a purpose. This means that you're not awakened to who you are and what you need to do. First thing, our families is our first offense. It's the first time when you actually learn about what trust, honesty, loyalty, you're going to find all those things out by the company we keep. Now, family, it could be relatives, friends, distance, whatever. Whatever you want to call it, whatever's there to you. Love yourself enough to know the difference from when somebody is deserving of our kindness, or they taking advantage of it, or they using certain things about you and picking pieces of you that they like. I had that done to me, so I'm gonna tell you, it's not good. But to be, I just knew, I didn't know I was born karma or any of those things. That what I did know is that if somebody did something wrong to me or treated me wrong for any reason, or said something wrong or talked about me wrong, I knew definitely if you did something wrong to me, cheated on me or whatever, and I didn't do any of those things to warrant it, and I was good to you, I'm not going to fight with you. It was times that I had my own stance at a younger age in my teenager fighting, and I don't want to hurt anyone. After you get past a part in life where you don't want to hurt because there's already so much hurt already that exists, you want to be the last person, that's just for me, to want to hurt somebody just physically because they hurt my feelings, or they did things to cross me. Oh, I've been crossed. You have to have some type of strength in you that's way more stronger than you by yourself. If you don't have a higher power, that strength to make you resilient enough to say, I've been through enough life to see that it didn't stay that way. What do I need to do differently? If I did the same, would I be different? No, I'd be the same. So then what would be the result? Nothing. Anger will beget anger. Somebody gonna want to get even. Somebody gonna want to come back and settle the score. Somebody gonna want to go a little harder. I'd rather not. And the Lord said, give it to me. Cast your cares on me. Whatever it is, nobody can do it better than me. And who's going to blame me? Nobody. Who's going to stop me? No one. It's better to give it to the Lord. Fret not of evildoers that causes harm, for they will soon be cut down as the green grass and the green herb. Psalms 37. You can read all of them. I'd rather count it all joy when trouble comes, because whatever your trouble is, it got to be better than what you're going through. You think that we go through these things so nothing good can happen? So nothing better. If you learn some lessons, the faster we learn life lessons, the faster you can just move on. You can go on to the next timeline. You on to the next challenge. When you completed this challenge in life, that's called life, people still don't look at you as you know what you're talking about. You can't help me, or they'll take your words and want to use it for themselves, or they want to study you and trying to find your mannerisms or the way you use your words. You can't. It's so much that you won't even know what's in store in that person. You don't know how much they know. You can't copy every style. You don't even know. Why? Because it's not you. When you're running your own race, how you gonna lose? How would you lose if you're running your own race? Now you could race against other people and they say, well, who's the fastest? You could be the fastest. You could be fast in life. That doesn't mean that you won the prize. The prize is the most highest favor. You could have all these things, but if we could have all of these, but what is it left to do? Or can you give it away? Can you supersize? Can you feed a generation? Can you raise anything off a career? I'm just saying, after you get these things, can you supersize yourself to do something better? Because school don't tell us. I don't care what education you got, how many colleges, and how long you've been there, and if you graduated from there. It cannot give you the satisfaction of life beyond this life to supersize you with your faith. Your faith has to be, it's not going to tell you how to prepare for a heartbreak. It don't tell you how to prepare if you lose a loved one. It don't tell you if you get in the game, if one of your peoples get locked up. It doesn't prepare us for some of the things that life present to us after you get out of school, from being in jail, from learning, whatever. Now when you come in the real world, you can't function because it doesn't teach you about this part. You got to learn that part on your own. Pardon. Hello. Yes, I'm on the live. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. So, having just knowing that it doesn't prepare us for learning certain things in this life that we need to be prepared for, we got to figure that out on our own as we go. I learned that people's going to be people, and the ones that I knew that I had to, that was in my midst, I knew that God was sending me, not right away, but I learned somewhere in my 30s, in my 40s, my early 40s, that the people that I'm sent around, look, I didn't know that everybody is only two. It's two spirits that exist in this world. There's the God of this world, and they put them in all the churches and all the courthouses. And God we trust, they put them on the back of the dollar bill. Now, if that's the God you want to trust, then you can. I'm not going to trust nothing that I could rip up and throw in the garbage, or if somebody lose it and pick it up and put in their pocket, because finders weepers, losers keepers, right? What I'm saying is, that's the God they told us to trust, the God of this world. And then when you get to your own self, you realize that money cannot give you. When God gives, He's going to sustain us with everything we need. So if it is your finances, if it is whatever it is it needs to be, He's going to sustain us for the purpose that it needs to be sustained for. So if you happen to be a person that has to travel, it's going to equip you with a car. Or if you need to fly, whatever it is that you need to do, surely you will be equipped to have all the necessities you need to get it if you're responsible. We all get something. It's how we take care of it. It's how we treat ourselves. It's two spirits. Your own spirit self is your own God self. Is your intuition. That's your God conscience. That's the first thing that when you say, when you look for God, you better look inside. You better think about your intuition. Those things will help you to use discernment as you get older. Your antennas should go up. You should be like a deer with antelope, with the antennas that is real high. That the ones that lived a long time, the elders. When your antennas go up, that means you've been through life. You done seen some things. You done learned some things. You done learn how to change some things about you. You learn how to finesse some things about you. You learn how to critique yourself and take criticism, whether it's constructive or not. If it's true, you know how to fix it and add it to you. If something is not big enough for me to leave, my patience, my peace is with me and the Lord dwell. And you're gonna have people to come between that. I don't know. Those are the wrong things to do to anybody. If God got His hand on or whatever it is that that person is doing, leave people alone. Let them mind your own business. If you're not there to help them along, and you're not gonna go along with them, and you're not helping to see them through to the end, and you're not trying to be a part, get out of the way, or you'll be removed out of the way. It's just that simple. It's one or the other. You're going to get warned to back up. Don't interfere. Nobody should interfere with anything that God's calling or put on anybody. That is a crime. To any earth angels, to any of His chosens, it is a crime to interfere with any of our lives. Period. It's certain ones in the world that God said, touch not mine anointed. Leave my prophets alone. Do them no harm. That means don't tempt us. Don't play with us. Don't try to hurt our feelings. Don't make us cry. Don't do all those things, because that's the same pain that you're bringing, that you putting out, is the same pain that you're going to get back. Is the same magnitude. So whatever's in your system is the same thing that's going to be in your spirit. It is the same. So whatever your energy is, that is what you get back. So if you got good aura, you get good consequences. You get good karma back. I'm going to leave right there. And I'm going to say bye for now. I hope you enjoyed, or I'll be back with more lessons or education or whatever it is that you want to call. I hope that you got some, that I taught something, or I inspired someone to touch somebody in some form or way. And if I did, then I did my job. Till next time, bye for now.